Hey guys, how's it going? Cybernox here. You may know a little something different about this video. Now, this is the final part of Demise and I's attempt to race Super Mario World. Well, basically in the last hour and a half of the recording session, Demise really didn't get too much further than where I am now. His whole entire goal basically was to make it to Wendy's Castle. And at the very end, when I'm going through the credits, he was actually able to make it that far, but that's basically 2, maybe 3 levels from where he was when he left off. Now, he originally did have all the stuff recorded, voices, both of our voices and commentaries and stuff, and we had both of our videos there. But for some reason, when we were starting to download all these to YouTube, he I think he forgot to send me the final 1 or 2 videos that he made. So basically all I have is my side of the conversation in my video, which it would be kind of weird because I'm talking to him and you guys can't hear him. So basically what I figured is that I would take the last hour or so of it's basically an hour and 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes of the last episode and then an hour or so of what we did for the final recording. And I put it all together, so putting it at 4 times speed because it's really there's really nothing to do besides watch me run through this really. And Demise's side, which he does not have, would have been just him playing I think Coco Ghost House and Chocolate Island 1 with a little bit of the Chocolate Secret, basically is all that it was. He didn't even really get to try to go through Wendy's Castle, so like I said, there's not much on his end. Basically my end was running through the last 1/8 of the game, no problem. Well, getting through Wendy's Castle was the problem. As you can see, those are bullshit. I'll just want to put that out now. But I thought I'd take this opportunity to kind of talk about where I'm going with my channel. Now, it's November 18th right now when I'm doing this post-commentary, which I should get this posted up in the next couple of days. I'm hoping probably tomorrow on the 19th. But what I'm going to be doing is that in the fall, it's really difficult for me to actually have time to sit down and record everything. But with the time change, since 5 o'clock is when it starts getting dark, which I think is actually like around 5 or 4:50, 4:45 now. It's getting kind of to that point. We're losing like 2 minutes a day. With that, I actually get home before 6 o'clock. Before I was getting home around 7:30, and I really didn't care to record anything because I wouldn't be into it, and my commentary would have been bland because I'd be more tired than anything. So I kind of took it a little bit this fall to kind of go on a little hiatus, if you haven't noticed. Final Fantasy X will be starting back up here. That's one thing. And Demise and I are actually planning on maybe doing another race. We are thinking of doing Donkey Kong Country, the original, for the Super Nintendo. I have not played that in years. But neither has he, so it should be kind of interesting. I've actually never finished that game, so it's kind of a half-blind race, so that'll be interesting to watch me make a fool of myself there. But yeah, Final Fantasy X will keep on going. I want to start A Link to the Past. I've played a little bit of that when I was younger. It's one of the first Zelda games I think I actually played. Ocarina of Time is the first one I've ever beaten. I've played Twilight Princess and beaten it. I've never played Majora's Mask. And basically, before I get into a giant project like Ocarina of Time, I figured playing Link to the Past, one of the originals, would be a little more preferable for my situation. So I'm going to have Final Fantasy X going, and I'll also have A Link to the Past going as a side project, unless something else comes up. Otherwise, I'll just be focusing on Final Fantasy X since it's been about 2 years, I think, since I started that. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I've been these past couple months. Now, there's a few other games I really like to play on this channel. I probably should actually go back and revisit a lot of my games I started playing, like Reach, that I've never finished. Call of Duty 3, Modern Warfare 3, which a lot of that stuff, let's face it, a lot of stuff was like Faz back then. I've actually come to the point where I hate Call of Duty now. I hate the community. I hate the games. They're all turning into basically Halo. And it's just getting ridiculous. And I've actually stopped playing Halo as well. Because I mean, I give 343 Industries credit. But the last Halo game I had fun with was Reach. With the multiplayer experience and everything else. It's not their fault, it's just I like their style, I liked what Bungie did. It is not a bad game. I just think they're trying to change it a little bit more than what it should be, I guess. I don't know. If it comes off a PC and I can get it easily, I'll play it, yeah. But I'm kind of starting to get more away from the multiplayer thing. The only multiplayer I'm going to do is if I am with another person here. I could get my friend Matt again when we went through Super Mario World together. He's planning on coming here sometime this winter. I believe it's this winter. And I could probably get him and me to play what is it? Resident Evil 5 on the 360 together. Because I could actually, we could play on the same screen and we'd be okay with that. So, sorry for the sniffles. I don't know what it is. Every time I go to record, I, for some reason, start getting a runny nose. I don't understand it. But, yeah, there's, see, I want to do a Pokemon game. I have some hacks that I can play that I really want to play. I just need to look into it a little more. Of course, again, I could probably go into it blind. It'd be a lot more interesting. I could probably easily do that too. Instead of doing Link to the Past, because Link to the Past is still a major project. So maybe I can do Final Fantasy X and Pokemon ROM hack on the side for those off days. And once I'm done with Final Fantasy X, I can go to Link to the Past or some Zelda game to kind of break up the monotony, while still doing like a Pokemon ROM hack on the side. Wouldn't be too big of a deal. But this, looking back at how I played in this race, I made a lot of mistakes and I did a lot of stupid things. I didn't make any real smart plays. If anything, I think doing the commentary with Demise more or less took away from my sense of playing this game, to the point where I was getting really distracted, and because of that, I think it extended out a lot longer than it should have. I should have blown through this and blown him out of the water. He stayed in there, and not like it's a bash to Demise himself. It's just the last one I really played was the Game Boy Advance version back in college. I played that about every single night when I was there, and I was able to run through almost all of these levels, even the Star Road challenges. Now, like I said at the beginning of this whole entire race, I don't know if there is a big difference between the Game Boy Advance version and the original uh, SNES version, but this was actually a terrible look for my gameplay, and it's actually kind of sad when I look at it because I know I could have done a lot better. But what else can I do? I also need to finish Metroid. I just kind of remembered that. Looking at all the Nintendo stuff I have planned. If you guys have any other suggestions, I'm playing a lot of XCOM lately. I don't know if any of you guys knew that or know that game. I'm sure you guys do. But I can try to do some of that if you want. Borderlands. I got 1 and 2. Any Super Mario, any Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo. I got some PlayStation 2, Xbox 360. So I mean, you guys got a suggestion? Just write it down there in the box down below. I can see what I can do. Since my gaming channel is just for basically the public, I listen to you guys. I play what you guys want. I do what you guys want. All you gotta do is just either private message me or write it down there in the comments. See if we can get some conversations going. This right here was a strategy of mine. With the my struggling as it was, I figured I needed to get a way to keep my save going and not have to start over a little bit. And in doing so, I figured I'd go through the Yellow Switch Palace, at least get a save off of there, and not lose the first 2 or 3 levels in Bowser's domain. So I just kind of ran around like an idiot. Which, ironically enough, you'll see that I really didn't need it. Because after I did this, I flew through the rest of the game and didn't die once. So it was pointless, but at the same time, it seemed like a good idea. At the time, whatever. Now, I'd also like to find a way to be able to record my DS. Not like emulator, the actual DS itself, because I have some games that I really like to play, and emulators lag like horribly. So I guess the only real way to do that would be the direct line. So I don't know if I can figure out something for that, but as I say that I flew through the rest of the game, just making a mockery of myself and making myself look like a jackass because I lied. I don't remember this as well as I thought. But I do not get a game over. I remember I don't get another game over. So, but these last castles were brutal. This is a fortress, isn't it? Yes, it's a fortress. But once I get to Bowser's Castle, it was a one-shot deal. I didn't have any problems. I knew where I was going, simply because I did the back door. We never said that we couldn't, use the back door entrance. So I figured it would just be a good opportunity just to end it as quickly as possible. We did talk about having me go through the full way just to keep it interesting, give him a chance, but he was starting to get frustrated, and I figured I'd end it early. What do you know? I do get another game over. What do you know? Well, shit. There I go lying again. Oh, another thing you guys might not have known is that I moved into my own house. I bought my house and I moved in here end of September. So, not end of September. It was the end of September. Yeah, I think I've been here about a month now, and it's been different. It's been really quiet, but I haven't really done much here either. I haven't done that much recording, even though I have all the time in the world, and nobody's gonna bother me. But do what you can do, I suppose. Luckily, this is wrapping up. I only got about a couple minutes left on the fast forward video. And actually, that's it right there. There we go. We saved the princess, and Demise is over there trying to do the Coco Ghost House. I don't know. He's in the secret at this point, but I enjoyed this game. I enjoyed the race. I enjoyed a lot about this. It was the last project I did before I moved out, so that's gonna hold a little bit for me. But I've had a couple days here where I took a couple vacation days. But that's the end of the race. I beat Demise by one full world. I beat him by the entirety of Bowser's Domain and half of the Chocolate Island. You want to be technical, because I beat the game before he was able to finish the secret and even get to Winnie's Castle. So really, he about got half of that. But I'd like to thank all of you, and hope you guys tune in the next time when we race Donkey Kong Country. This is Cypher Knox signing off. Stay classy.